our Instagram community take part in quarterly challenges, and being one of the hosts, or dare I say the sponsor of the challenges, I think it's incumbent on me at least to make an effort to try to take a photo. This round of the challenge is to take and post a picture of a toy. And although I did take a photo of a toy and post it as part of the promoting the challenge, I don't think I put as much effort as I should have done. However, I do have a problem that possibly many of you have too, or people at least in my time of life, where my children have long left home and we don't really have any toys in the house. And the young ones are far too far away to borrow any of their toys. So I'm a big challenge with being able to get hold of a toy. But I do have one toy which I used in my original video. And what I plan to do is to take a picture of that or those things that I've got and try to do something a little bit more creative than I did taking that original video and posting that original picture. So why not join along? Let's have a look, see what I have in mind, and hopefully you can get something out of this and see what I'm doing. Hopefully, who dare I say, learn something from this little photography video. I hope you can see from behind me that I've got a board laid out and I've got a simple track layout on the board, just a simple oval, and I've got Thomas, Annie and Clarabel going round and round and round this simple oval. These are definitely toys and these are not models. These are just fun toys to be playing with the children. My intention is to use the Canon 400D, and I'm going to try and take a shot of Annie, Clarabel and Thomas all in motion and try to get some motion blur in these trains, and I'm going to use the Canon to do that. And what my intention is to try and get as nice a shot as I can with a bit of the background in and take you through the process of the settings I use and what I'm trying to do to get this motion blur, and we can have a look at that picture together. So let's jump on this Canon and have a look now. To get this shot, I've gone 1/8 of a second, f5.6, which is the lowest this camera will go at that focal range, which is just shy about 50 mil. I've got ISO 100. I've gone a evaluative metering. I've gone multi-shot, so I think this is about 3 frames per second. And I've actually focusing on the very left-hand side, just as Thomas comes round the corner, and I'm just going to try and get a picture of Thomas just coming around. I've turned the track round, so I've got Thomas coming straight on me. And you use this technique, whether it's taking a picture of a train on a train set or taking a picture of a bus or any sort of moving object. If you want to get a blurred motion with the moving object, you obviously want slow, not a really slow shutter speed. It just depends on the speed of the train. Obviously, I can manipulate the speed of Thomas and turn him up or down, depends on what I need. So I've gone for a nice steady speed around this little track, and I think that should be all right at this speed. But we'll have a look. I'll take that picture and we'll have a look, see how it come out. I might have to experiment a little bit to try to get the best one, but effectively they're the settings I'm going for. So I'm going to wait until Thomas comes back round the corner. So I'm going to get ready and I'm going to take it now. So it's taken 3 shots. So it looks a little bit dark from my position, but we can see. I tried to take those shots. Unfortunately, they didn't come out very well. So I turned Thomas round, and now he's coming straight at me, and I'm going to try and take a shot straight on from this angle. I've gone for ISO 400 to get myself a faster shutter speed, 5.6 again, and I'm still on burst mode, so I'm going to try and take this now that Thomas has come around. Let's get a picture of him now. There's a few shots I've just rattled off. I'm going to have a look at those now. Hopefully they'll come out. Let's see. Unfortunately, that didn't have the desired effect, and I couldn't get any sorts of sharp image. So I've decided to change my tack. And what I'm going to do is run, as I'm doing now, run Annie and Clarabel backwards. And I'm going to try and take a picture, getting the whole of the train in motion blur, going backwards, so that you've got more of a chance of getting at least Thomas's face in the picture in motion blur. I think it might be a better shot. So I'm going to try that now and see how I get on. For this shot, I've actually gone back to ISO 100, 1/13th of a second, and I've gone for a much slower shutter speed. And I'm going to keep Thomas running at the speed he's running. I'm going to try and take a shot now once he comes back. And I'll look at that in a second. So obviously, not every shot is going to be a perfect picture. But I'm going to have a couple of goes at doing that. And I'll put that picture up now, and I'll show you what that looks like. So I've made quite a few attempts to try to capture a picture of Thomas in motion to get some motion blur. My original thought was to try to capture Thomas's face in with some clarity, and the rest of the trains, Annie and Clarabel, and the back of the loco in some kind of motion blur. But unfortunately, I've given up on that idea because I just could not get any sort of clarity in Thomas at all. And running the train backwards enables me to get the motion blur to make it look like it's going forward, but it's backwards, and it gives you that extra bit of light streak. It's been quite a challenge, I have to admit, and I've used lots and lots of pictures to try to get the right image. I'm going to use sort of one of these images that I've taken backwards, and I'm going to post that as my challenge photo. And I'll put that up now, so you can have a look at that right now and see what you think. So I really hope you've enjoyed watching me try to take a picture of these toy trains. It's really interesting, for me at least, to have a go. And I hope you've learned something. Thank you very much indeed for watching. I hope you found it interesting. If you have, why not give it a like? And if you like this photography stuff I'm trying to produce, then why don't you follow on and subscribe to the channel? That would be amazing. Once again, thank you very much indeed for watching. And I'll see you in the next one. Cheerio.